Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Star Flames. If you're new here, be sure to go ahead, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell, and join the family. In this video, we're gonna talk about Jeannie Mai ongoing divorce battle with her soon-to-be ex-husband Jeezy. Let's talk about it, shall we? Now, there's a report that is coming out, and this report is saying Jeannie Mai reportedly asked the judge to hold off on enforcing the prenup. Jeannie is claiming she didn't have enough time to review it before signing it. No, guys, let's stick a pin right there before we get into the details. Now, initially, we had definitely learned that Jeannie did sign the prenup. I believe it was on the day of the wedding, if not the night before the wedding. So this would indicate that she truly didn't have enough time. But, however, anyone with a functioning brain would know that she had gotten the prenup before. Anyone with a functioning brain would know that she also got her lawyers to go through it with her, and she was contemplating, do I want to get married under these terms and conditions, right? No. Stick a pin again. Do you guys remember initially when it was announced that Jeezy had filed for a divorce from Jeannie Mai? And I said to you guys, I don't think Jeezy should give Jeannie Mai a second chance because she's a narcissist. And I'll always stand on that. She's a narcissist. And I said to you guys, if Jeezy had given her a second chance, the only thing that he would have done is to strengthen his enemy to come back and get rid of him, right? No, he was smart enough to not give her a second chance. And that is good. But do you guys also see what's happening here? Do you guys remember that I told you that this woman is someone who cannot be trusted? Do you guys remember when I told you that she's going to do everything in her powers to inflict pain back to him because she is truly hurting and she is ashamed because it is not customary for men to file for divorce from their wives. And normally, when the man does it, it is very telling about the woman. And oftentimes, it could be where the man had initially set out to use the woman. But let's keep it real. GC is well off for himself, and I honestly believe that there was genuine love between the two. But as I've always said to you guys, Jeannie Mai was an aesthetic wife. She only wanted to create posts and brag about the man that she was married. We knew that this woman was hella toxic and narcissist before the marriage took place. But now, Jeannie Mai is allowing her emotions to get to her head. She's not thinking from a place of wisdom. And what she's going to learn is that even the people that are standing with her today are going to stand against her tomorrow, because the only thing that, sometimes when these things happen and it may seem as though, you're the biggest loser, if she's using wisdom, she would realize that she's going to have to take a loss today to win tomorrow, because that's what having true wisdom is about. Sometimes it seems as though you're the biggest loser today. However, she could move on to be the biggest winner tomorrow. She's creating a horrible track record for herself. She has money. She has resources, she has connections. Jeannie needs to take this divorce and move on, because you know what's going to happen to her after all this is over? People will always remember her to be a bitter and angry woman who her husband didn't want. And as time passes, people are going to start nitpicking at her. They're going to start looking at her through a microscope and say, oh, that is why Jeezy left your ass. Even those who are standing with her today, they're going to use that against her tomorrow. So Jeannie is not using wisdom in this moment. She's creating a mess of herself, honey. She's creating a mess of herself because people believe that, you know, money is the single most important thing in life. It's not. Money is good to have. It enhances our life. It gives us longevity. It makes our life comfortable. And oftentimes, it can reduce the amount of stress that we experience on a day to day basis. But when it comes to a woman like Jeannie Mai, who is well off and she is a workaholic, Jeannie needs to say, you know what? I'm better than this. I'm going to let this go. If you don't want me, sir, I don't want you. And that is true strength. But here, she's being a weak bitch. She's fighting about custody. Oh my God, he has weapons in the house. When you were with this man, honey, he had those weapons. And if those weapons were never a problem then, they should never be a problem today. And that's how people are going to come back at your ass to clap your ass with everything that you're using against this man. Every weapon that you are throwing at Jeezy today will be a weapon that the court of public opinion used against you tomorrow, lady. You're not being the smartest. And you know what? Jeannie ain't no fool. She's a smart girl. But what happens? Even the smartest of us makes the dumbest decisions at times. But let's get into what the reports are saying so that we can have some more context about what is going on. Okay? Now, the reports are saying that Jinimai has reportedly asked a judge to hold off on enforcing her prenuptial agreement with her ex-husband GC. Mai claims that she didn't have enough time to thoroughly review the agreement before signing it. In her request filed with the Fulton County Superior Court, Mai seeks to either deny Jesus' motion to enforce the prenup or postpone its enforcement until both parties can exchange information about its terms. Now, listen, you see, let's stick up in there because GD needs to understand that this man is gone, right? Now, let's say she is able to get some amount of benefit through this claim of saying, you know what? At the time when I signed this prenup, I was under total duress. You know what they're gonna hit her back with? It was your wedding day. You were the happiest woman alive. And that is why you went ahead and signed the prenup because you were very happy in that moment. How are you going to argue, not being in the best of mental health on the day of your wedding and made a bad decision, right? Because remember, you had to be in the best of health because you weren't the one who filed for a divorce from your husband. It was the other way around. So I don't know what game this woman is playing because it's not giving cute, it's not giving smart, it's definitely like hell not giving wisdom, and she needs to realize that a legal team is going to take you through all the legal proceedings. But at the end of the day, she needs to look out for herself because her legal team is just looking out for themselves and their money. Very few lawyers are going to say to you, you know what? Take your loss here and go, because it's going to be more beneficial to your reputation in the future. These lawyers don't care about you, Jeannie. They're going to do the legal proceedings. They're going to do everything by the books. And in your heart, you're going to feel as though your lawyers are going above and beyond to help you. Hell no, honey. They are going above and beyond to fatten their pockets, darling, and to ensure that after this case, they can say, you know what? I bought this house from Jeannie's divorce with Jeezy. No one gives a rat ass about you and your emotions. There's one thing that you should know about a lawyer, and that is many of them, not all of them, because some of them really do care about their clients, but most of them, they don't make decisions based on emotions. Their only emotions and intention is to get that money from you, honey, and to do things by the books that makes them look good. It's not about you. It's going to always be about the lawyer at the end of the day in most cases. So you're just founding an ass of yourself, sweetie, instead of picking up the pieces and move on. Like, at what point will Jeannie take a step back and just look at this? Step outside of Jeannie and say, if this was my friend, what would I tell my friend? Like, I would not encourage my friend to ruin herself to shame nor disgrace. And any friend that you may have who is supporting you, to do these things, those are not real friends, because, I mean, you can make your money on your own. You don't need a man's money. And that's where demonstrating your power should come in. But instead, you're just being weak. You're just falling down, and you're just making a mess of yourself. Now, guys, we want to continue with this article because I believe that all the details that is included is important and needs to be mentioned. Now, they're saying that according to court documents obtained by TMZ, Jeannie argues that the prenuptial agreement process was rushed. Negotiations began just 5 days before their wedding, leaving her with limited time to conduct a comprehensive examination of the agreement. My expresses concern about the adequacy and the thoroughness of the due diligence process, stating that she did not have the opportunity to scrutinize Jace's financial disclosures to ensure a fair deal. No. Furthermore, her legal team also raises doubt about Jeezy's financial disclosures. They claim that the rapper only provided one personal financial statement with approximate tax information, which falls short of what my believes she is entitled to. She asserts the right to a thorough examination of all relevant documents, suggesting that limited disclosure raises significant reservation about the accuracy and completeness of Jizzy's financial information. Now, guys, I don't know what Jeannie is doing to herself again, and I have to say that, and I cannot say that enough, because if you're gonna say the negotiation began just 5 days before your wedding, and as such, that had left you with a limited amount of time to conduct a comprehensive examination of the agreement, right? What about after the wedding? You know, why not? Why didn't you have a discussion with your husband after the wedding, when both of you were so deeply into each other, both of you still had a lot of love and respect for each other? Why didn't you go back and negotiate the terms and conditions of your prenup? And when did you realize that it was rushed? When did you realize that you didn't have time to do a comprehensive examination. You guys have been married for 2 years, and this is how she thinks that she's slick, and this is how she thinks that her lawyers are doing her a favor, but they're not, because guess what? Lawyers know how to argue a case. And there's one big thing that is floating around here. Okay. And that is, you didn't have enough time before the wedding. But what about after the wedding? You were married to this man for at least 2 years after the wedding. What about that time? Because it is possible. And that is also the best time for you to renegotiate the terms and conditions of your prenup. So, what they are going to identify is that you're just a bitter ex wife. That's all. And that's all the world is going to see you as. Where's the strength? I mean, as women, we don't need to demonstrate our strength all the time because let's keep it real. We're soft. We should be taken care of. We should be protected. But this man is saying to you, I don't want you, right? It is over for whatever reason there is. And this man is saying to you, I am not going to give you a dime outside of what we negotiated in the prenup. Can you imagine fighting for someone, fighting for something that someone doesn't want to give to you? Can you imagine? After this man told the world, he didn't just tell you that he doesn't want you. He told the world that I don't want this woman for whatever reason there is. And you're still trailing behind this man, scrutinizing this man, out for blood. This is not going to be a good look on you. This is not a strong woman. If you want to know what a strong woman does during the divorce proceedings, take a leaf out of Angelina Jolie book. That is how a woman proceed when she wants to get back at a husband, when she's truly hurt. Fighting a man for his money, fighting a man for his love, that's not a good look, honey. Definitely not a good look. It doesn't make you look strong. It does not make you look powerful. If anything, you look weak, you look problematic, and you're telling the public, hey, clearly I was the problem, and here is proof to that. And that's all I have to say about that in this video. So it is your time to come in, guys. Let me know what are your thoughts, and while you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up, share if you care, and check in with you guys later. Peace.